Welcome back to Relationship Status. It's your girl, Nique crew.
Nateisha Samuel, a.k.a. Professor T.
C.L. Butler.
And your boy, Yusuf in the building. And remember, you can catch us on all podcast platforms. Just search Relationship Status Podcast. We're here again for another hump day.
Yes, we are.
Yup.
Nique.
Yes.
How's the week treating you?
It's treating me real well. Ready for the holidays to be over.
Ready for them to be over?
Yeah. Already? Yes.
I mean,
I'm broke.
the first question you asked us this week was, off air, was, did we finish our holiday shopping?
Yeah. I'm ready for my kids to be like, thank you, mommy.
So you're so ahead of the game. You're ready now for them to see what they got.
Yeah.
And just kind of, you want to fast forward it too.
Yeah. And they don't believe in Santa no more.
It's a whole lot of fast forwarding.
Yeah, fast forward.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, I have a daughter with a birthday before
the
Christmas.
holidays. Okay.
So it's like.
She gets to double down?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she be looking forward to it too.
I imagine so. See, I'm still high off Thanksgiving because that's my favorite holiday, actually.
It's not mine.
Christmas.
Really?
I be ready for it to be over.
Thanksgiving is absolutely my favorite holiday. As an adult, as a child, of course, it was Christmas, but Thanksgiving is all about family, food, fun, fellowship, without the pressure of the commercialization of Christmas and all the other stuff. You just get to enjoy people and food and laughter and cards and drinks and just, people.
Well,
So-
I like the holidays.
Well,
Okay.
I think for me, it's Christmas because, like, I didn't have a huge family or family gathering type deal on Thanksgiving, because I think Thanksgiving is more of an American time. It's an American time.
You're not from America?
Well, no, my mom is from Trinidad.
Yeah.
My mom is from Trinidad, and my dad is from Panama. So
You're from America.
I mean,
but his
That's what I'm
family
talking
growing
about.
up still.
growing up, we didn't.
None of
their
our
cultural.
None of our families are from here.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but we didn't.
Okay.
My family didn't celebrate Thanksgiving too tough, so it was like, Christmas is worldwide, so it's kind of more of a celebration than of family get-togethers and stuff like that.
Okay.
It was for me too. I love the holidays. As soon as December come, my grandma used to put on the Jackson 5, hands down. So yeah.
Oh, that
I
Motown
love-
Christmas is classic.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love it. It's
Yeah. I know
now
what you're
as an
saying.
adult, it's like, oh my gosh, because I am the auntie with no children, so of course everybody's expecting me to go
Come
all
through.
out. Yeah, come through.
Auntie got to come through.
Listen.
Auntie, and I have godkids, and yeah, so
Don't fall to society's pressure.
and I don't anymore.
Yeah, no,
you know?
it's so
So I've been
nice,
making
huh?
some people unhappy, and people don't get mad at Thanksgiving. Think about it.
Yeah, they don't.
True.
They get mad at
True.
Christmas when they don't get what they want to get, or whatever the case may be. So,
Or they get the wrong book.
or they get
Yeah.
the wrong thing. Yeah.
No, my cousin just texted me about my daughter. She was like, okay, what does she want? Because she's that auntie that has no kids that everybody be like, so I want my daughter told her I want AirPods. They're only $200.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the person asked.
That's what my goddaughter wanted last year. She wanted that and some Uggs, and I was like, which one, boo?
Yeah, only one.
CL, man, how's the week treating you so far?
Oh, excellent. But my week doesn't treat me. I treat my week.
Oh.
Yes. So it's
He
Of
treats me.
the many times I've asked him that question, that was the first time I got that response.
I'm usually offended, but I try to just keep my offense down.
He said he treats
Yeah,
the week.
yeah. I thought it was just time to correct it.
It's time to correct
Yes,
that?
it's
Okay,
time
so
to
from
correct
now
it.
on,
No
I'm
time like the
gonna,
present, huh?
I'm gonna
Yes,
ask you
no
how
time
you
like
treated the
present.
week.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we'll
I
flip
treated
that.
I treated the week.
So how did you treat the
Barely.
week? How did you bless the week?
First of all, I allowed the week to be in my life because I don't fall under the constraints or restraints of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't do things on those days. I do what I'm gonna do on my day, and then I call it what it is. I treat the day like Friday. It's Friday today. So
That's a good way to look at it.
yes,
like
in my
that.
mind, Monday is Friday.
Okay, in your mind.
In my mind, yeah.
Oh, I see
Started
where
the
you're going. I see
season.
where
Started
you're
the
going.
season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a grievance with all three of y'all.
Okay, let's
Why?
talk about it.
I want y'all to stop telling people to watch these terrible Christmas movies.
Oh, come on.
Listen.
Now. That movie
Terrible.
was good. That movie was good. I don't know what you're
Wait a
talking
minute.
about.
What movie are you talking about?
He's about to go there, T.
Mm-hmm.
He's about to go right there, T.
You didn't like it?
Please don't.
All this shucking and jiving y'all out here doing.
Please don't, CL.
For the Caucasian man, his Christmas.
Don't do that.
Nah, these Christmas movies is bad.
They're not.
And the musical? Oh my God.
It was
I'm
good.
It
so
wasn't.
disappointed.
Me and my kids loved it.
Felicia Rashad is a national treasure,
Yes, she is.
She is.
but that's it.
That is not it.
Forrest Whitaker did a better job acting in this than he did Last King of Scotland.
Okay, so here.
And
what
he's
I
like he
hear-
lost weight too.
He
So
did.
looked better.
for the role.
His
For the
eye
role.
looks straighter also.
No straighter.
It's straighter. That thing was way gone. Now it's a little more.
Maybe less meat.
Maybe
losing the that might.
But he looked good.
So here's I hear you, and I think the way that you analyze movies and films, you do look at it for artistic quality.
Oh yeah, there wasn't a high production there.
And so I guess for me, it's more about representation, and I'm just glad and excited that we can add now a movie that's inclusive.
Well, from that point, I agree.
So for me, kind of like Black Panther. Like a lot of people didn't like the movie Black Panther for its artistic expression, but I love it for what it represents, for what it
We
is.
have a black
So-
superhero.
Okay, but you tell me the movie's good. I expect the movie to be good.
Well,
But
I
I
thought
still thought it was
It was
good.
good.
I thought
Did you?
I did. I really did.
I
I
did
watched
too.
it. I had the opportunity to watch it with my daughter, and we had like a little movie night. And I think that the movie actually ended up opening up some dialogue between me and her about daddy and daughter relationships and how sometimes things that are unsaid can go left on you, and you could end up with this huge gap in a relationship between a child and a parent, and how I just kind of talked to her about always being able to talk to me, and I always try to do my best to be able to talk to her. How sometimes our failures affect our kids. We're so engulfed in our own personal failures that we forget that we have family that we have to tend to, and that's one of the issues that was in the film. Another one was just believing in yourself. He stopped through the failure. He stopped believing in himself and his ability and
He
stuff.
got
Like,
robbed by a Latin doll.
yeah, no, and
He made the stuff.
I
He
just
got robbed. They stole it.
well to me it opened up a lot of that other stuff. It was more. It was a little bit deeper than that surface.
Okay, that's good. You took that from me.
What did I miss?
I don't know. I just watch when I watch movies and I watch shows. I watch it analytically. So
You watch for artistic value. I think you look for depth,
yeah,
Me?
themes.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah. I look at I look at themes and motifs and things like that. Like it was just a lot of
So what do I watch it for?
Artistic
value and
production.
entertainment, production.
Yeah,
Entertainment.
that's still art.
But that's art. The production is artistic.
I'm not finished. The storyline, the acting, the storyline.
The acting,
No.
it
The man,
doesn't.
the man
make a
made
big
Pinocchio.
deal.
Who was the audience?
Who?
Who was the audience of that movie?
It wasn't me.
No, it was
Exactly.
kids. It was kids.
Well, you're an adult.
No, I
But
am
he
an
watched
adult.
it
I
with
watched
his
it because of my daughter. I watched it because that's what she wanted to watch. I didn't go there
So
and
you
go,
didn't like it?
hey, look. No, I did enjoy it.
You enjoyed it because you watched it with your daughter. So it's
No.
the memory of the moment. But
No.
what did you like the movie
I
itself?
just explained why I liked it.
And this
thought
is
the
why I have a
depth of-
grievance with y'all telling people to watch these bad movies.
I
No,
thought it was.
I
I
totally
like the
disagree with
depth
you.
in. I like the
But
depth that the movie
representation
had.
is
Representation.
I have no problem with representation.
The
Yeah, I just-
cinematography, the music, and I'm looking at things
Oh,
like
Lord.
when I look at the credits, I look at the number of writers that came together, the number of, all the people behind the scenes that made this happen. So I look at this as like this was a whole conference where literally hundreds of artistic people came to the table to make something beautiful. So now these people who probably this is their first major project, like the woman responsible for the costumes, oh my gosh. I'm looking at all the doors that are open for them.
The
Now that their names are
opportunities.
in the credits.
What?
Oh,
That
absolutely.
opens major
Okay.
doors.
Okay, I agree. But the men's fashion in this movie was terrible.
It
they didn't
was
have
supposed
one.
to be
Hold a second.
Fit.
Was they poor or did they have money?
No. They
It
were
was
not poor.
supposed to
That's
be
what
like
I'm saying.
in a certain era.
Look at the black boy. He was weak.
I can't.
He had no strength. He dressed poorly. He had a terrible. Okay, let's go with the show because it
Well,
just
and then another thing.
that's
that
not
it
good
did-
representation to you.
No, I think it.
The clothes was woo.
And I think what was the other thing?
Okay.
I was able to have a conversation with my daughter about like dancing and choreography because she's into dance. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was a good movie, and I think it opened up some dialogue with parents and kids.
Yeah,
That's what I
think.
think.
It's a great family movie.
Have
you watched it with your kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
When it
Did they
first
like
came
it?
out. Yes, they loved it. They were actually watching it when I left the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Mir and Edison, not so much. Like they were like, Daddy, it's not a cartoon. I said, yes, I know. I know. So next thing you know, Edison was sliding all over the floor, and I was like, "This is not the same. This is not the same watchability with Kayla as it is with."
I don't understand the randomness in the singing
because it's a musical.
Musical.
So if you watch musicals, you understand.
Sound of Music was the last musical I watched.
You didn't watch any
how
of
long that is? I watched that when I was a child.
So you didn't watch Dreamgirls?
No.
Really?
Sidebar.
Sidebar.
Singing movies? I'm out.
You didn't watch any of Tyler Perry plays?
No.
First of all, tone.
I definitely give you verbal and nonverbal communication.
Yeah, I definitely don't really watch that.
Who's watching
when
that?
I watch a Tyler Perry movie, it's by accident, and I'm like, "Oh, this is okay."
Yeah, I'm not a fan of his stage plays.
No, the stage plays.
Oh my gosh!
Like I'm not into musicals. I'm not. I'm not into musicals. I just when my daughter on and the dancing was what I was like, because when they started singing, I was like, oh God, and I was like,
I've gone to New York solo to watch Broadway musicals.
Oh, now I want to do. That's on my bucket list.
Well,
yeah,
I have lived in New York and have seen one or maybe two.
That's what my mom said. She was like, I've never been.
Like you go to Broadway, but there's some places on Broadway.
Yeah.
Well, I went and saw the stage play Rent.
Okay. Really?
Oh, with
with a lot of
B-list acts.
You know what I'm saying? No, not just B-list.
It's a whole lot of singing.
W's?
It's a lot of switching going on. It wasn't done by the ladies. But I was bored out of my mind.
Really?
Oh my God.
$200 ticket. I was like, no, it might have been more than that.
Still running.
And I didn't even want to go see it when I saw it.
Yeah.
It was with some people, and
now that I can understand. I can't see you liking Rent, but I can see you loving and appreciating The Color Purple.
The stage play?
The musical, the stage play, the Broadway show. Yes. I can see you appreciating The Temptations.
I could, because I could enjoy the music. But The Color Purple scares me. I only watch it one time.
The movie is not the same as the stage play. So
yes. But I did see some rendition of it where there was a lot of singing, and I tried to watch Hamilton. Like I'm cultured.
It took me 3 times to get through it.
I just watched it the other day.
Oh, what?
Amazing.
What is this?
Hamilton.
How is it amazing?
I've never heard of
it.
this.
It took me 3 times.
Really?
I've never heard of
the
it.
first time I couldn't get
into it. Okay.
Huh?
And then
Is it a play?
Linwell.
It's a musical.
It's a musical.
Oh yeah, no, you good?
Yes.
No, it's good though. It is good.
I'm out, son.
But it's got rave reviews. Everybody's wanting to go see it. But I watched it. But I was just like, well,
do it for the culture, please. Attempt to watch it one time.
Yeah.
That's all
I can say I watched it.
It's interesting. It is very interesting. It took me 3 times.
Yeah, but it's a musical.
Yeah, but T, you're into everything us.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah.
Oh well, he's about Spanish us.
He's Spanish us.
Yeah, he's Spanish us.
Well,
I think he is mixed with black though. I think he's Spanish and black.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
A raisin in the sun. I like a raisin in the sun.
But for the culture, you can say that.
Yeah, I like.
And the music was really, really good. I like the music in Hamilton.
At what point did the music get to you? Because you said you tried to watch it 3 times.
3 times.
Yes, I was trying to figure out what point did the music grab you enough to keep watching it.
Nique can't remember none of them songs.
Okay, yes.
About presidents.
So like, no, it wasn't about presidents, but
it was. Particularly Alexander Hamilton.
I watched the movie. I watched it. You told me it wasn't about presidents?
Certain songs were not about presidents.
No, he had talking about the storyline.
Oh, the storyline.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought he said the music. My apology. Yeah, because you be coming at me. But no, the first time I didn't pay attention to it. I was on my phone. It was just like, it's on. And then somebody was like, yeah, my husband listens to the music. And I was like, oh God, let me try it again. Everybody was talking about it. So I was like, cut it on again. Once again, I didn't watch it fully. So I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch it. And it was good. It was really good. And I learned things that I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you what you didn't know.
So we're not going to spoil it for our listeners. But guys, we recommend that you check out Hamilton if you haven't seen it. And Jingle Jangle with your family. Great family movie. think representation.
Yes, for the families.
Yes.
For the family.
You
For
gotta
the
like
culture.
singing though.
For the culture.
But I will say this: I did watch, and this is getting away from representation. But anyway, I do love Home Alone and Home Alone 2, so I watched it again.
No,
this week.
those are one watches, but yeah,
I did. I went
I'm not
back
gonna
and
watch
watched
it
it
over
again,
and over.
and as I watched it, I was thinking, you know what? They did Kevin dirty.
They
They
did.
did him so dirty.
Child Protective Services should have been called.
Seriously. Like the way they even treated him.
Yeah,
you know?
like he got in trouble for somebody else bothering him.
his stupid brother.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
But
got
anyway,
sent to the room.
I felt some type of way for Kevin. I really did. All right, so
We're gonna get into our Dear Nique, brought to you by the great people over there at Unfiltered. Check out www.unfilteredforever.com and use our code RSP to get your 10% discount off your total order. They just dropped a new hoodie and some Christmas gear is coming out next week. So check them out, www.unfilteredforever.com. Promo code RSP. Nique.
Yes, we have a Dear Nique today. Says, Dear Nique, I am dating an amazing woman. Things have been going really well for us. Even our few disagreements have been handled so maturely. So, I'm wondering if I'm overreacting about the latest thing that made me uncomfortable. I don't want to make an issue out of it without hearing other people's perspectives first. She has 2 beautiful daughters. One is 7, the other is 9. The girls are very close. I've noticed a pattern, though, when my lady is interacting with the girls. She loves both of them dearly, but I noticed that she cuddles, compliments, and nourishes the 9-year-old more. A lot more. She shows some motherly affection to her youngest daughter as well, but I also often hear her make comments about her weight, like, I can't believe this shirt is already too tight. I just bought it in July. She'll say things like, eat your food slow, so you can taste it, and you won't ask for seconds. She even asked her do you want to look like such and such, as a way to try to get her to eat less. Maybe if I didn't see such a contract as much she refers to and interacts with her slimmer daughter, my antenna wouldn't be up. Am I being unfair by judging her? After all, health and weight management is important. Would I be operating outside of my lane if I mention something to my lady? I definitely don't want her to feel attacked. All I know is when I look at the face of the 7-year-old, it breaks my heart that she seems to get a little less of mom's nourishing. This is even a red flag. Or is this normal parenting? For all I know, maybe having a favorite is a real thing after all. I have a little context because I have no children of my own. Any advice or different perspective to help me understand will greatly be appreciated. Sign, a touchy subject.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone
And
care
thank
to
you
start?
to our writer for
Yes.
writing in. He talked about a lot of things in this letter. Just highlighting a couple of points. He's asking us, is he wrong for judging her? And should he say something to her about what he notices? And what he notices is basically, from his perspective, she's treating the heavier daughter different from the daughter that's not overweight. So I just kind of wanted to highlight those points.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You can go around the table.
Yes, go around.
Well, I'll start the table.
Okay, you'll start the table. Start it.
Is he married?
No, he's dating this woman.
He's dating an amazing woman, he says.
Wow. Okay, all women are amazing. First thing he needs to do is not address it.
Okay.
He needs to take action. The younger child, which is 7, he should help her.
Okay.
Maybe start walking with her. Picking a fight with the mom about this probably will just cause more confusion.
Okay.
The kids are going to take the mom's side, even though the 7-year-old may not understand why he's talking to the mother. He should act first. So come out with a plan where you're working out with her 3-4 days a week.
Okay.
Or just walking. Take a mile walk. Spend time with her, encourage her, help build her up. And the mom will take notice. And then maybe y'all can have a proper conversation about the weight or the mistreatment.
Okay.
But going to the mom first will probably only
Blow the situation.
get you into a fight more so than fixing the situation. And it will further make you the man by handling this the right way. Yes.
Great perspective.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you a question about that approach. So let's say he takes that approach. Should he still have a conversation with the woman about, hey, I want to start doing some things with the girls? I noticed you said with the girl, but shouldn't he do it with both girls?
Nope.
No?
No, I think you should probably, to CL's point, maybe, like you said, the walking, Now you have to, I think that there does have to be a balance of doing things with both of them.
Okay.
But maybe do the walking with
But if you
the 7-year-old, and then you would do something different. Maybe whatever with the.
Why
act.
would you not?
Well, I'm gonna tell you how you're gonna get there.
Okay.
And this is something, you have to give time sometime, right? So you start with the 7-year-old, but you act. The 9-year-old will be curious. Well, what are they doing?
Okay, I get that.
Okay.
And then the mom. See, but you don't make it where you're leaving her out or mistreating
but that's what
her.
you're doing.
No,
You're leaving her out.
But it's only for a moment. It's leaving her out to bring her in.
But she's 9, so you're going to risk her feeling left out. When you could have just included everybody in the beginning.
No, you don't have to do that.
I get what he's saying, though.
I get what he's saying too, but we can have a conversation.
We can have a conversation. I'm not saying do this for 6 months.
Okay.
This might be a week. You keep walking with her, the 9-year-old's automatically going to be interested.
Okay,
they're just kids.
Let me ask you this: what is the harm then? If the goal is for the 9-year-old to be interested and to join them eventually or want to join, then what is the harm? And I like that you said don't address it head on. Maybe turn this into something that they can do together. But why not make it a group thing? Why not say, we need to get out in nature. We need to go walking.
Because it's going to still have a downfall on that younger girl. It's to build her
If
up.
the man goes to the mama,
That's
all
Nique's,
of them
that's Nique's answer now. That's not my answer.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let me.
If he says,
Okay.
I
still
us
think
to spend quality time together.
Okay.
Let's go to the park.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. The reason you go to the younger daughter first is because you have to make her feel special as well.
Okay.
So she may not be feeling special.
Okay.
So you have to give her something that's kind of like hers.
Okay.
Because the other daughter seems to be getting a lot more praise and attention from her mom.
Okay.
So the kids aren't equal. So what you're going to do is create a counterbalance right now to work your way back to being equal.
I hear you, and it sounds good, but I'm also thinking about the mom.
But listen, everybody's going to come along. Because first of all, the mom's going to understand that you're doing something with my daughters, and you ask for permission. I would even ask.
That's what I asked.
I would even ask the dad.
That's what I asked you. Shouldn't he say something to the mom first?
No, he's going to tell her.
Oh, that's still saying something to the mom.
You can say it. Tell her.
But you're not having the conversation.
We're not having no conversation about weight at all. We're not talking about weight.
I
would just like to spend time with Susie.
Okay.
That's it.
And Aunt Susie, and just to be clear, you have the conversation with mom first.
You have a conversation with mom.
Yes. Say, I would like to spend time with Susie.
I don't know if you say spend time, but this is.
I'm going to do this with Susie.
I need you to trust me. And see, now you getting the mom. She getting ready too. You got her attention now.
I hear you. I'm just thinking about realistically.
No, you're just thinking
how some moms are going to respond and react.
Me as a mom will react.
Men need to act. And maybe you need to stand there and watch us walk up and down the street. But men need to act. You don't need a discussion with the mom because the mom already has a situation she's not aware of, which you are going to address later. But you can't address it all at once because the best way to get an elephant is what?
Piece by piece.
Piece by piece.
At a time.
So what you got to do is divide it up, attack each part separately to bring it all back together.
Okay. I need you to hear me.
I heard what you said.
No. I hadn't said it yet.
Okay.
I need you to hear me when I say that I value your perspective and I think it's great. I agree that the man needs to act. What I am asking you to hear me say is, how can we do this in a way? Because the way that you're talking about it, it sounds like I'm coming in as the man. I don't need to explain anything. I don't need to have a discussion.
Well, I need you.
This is the guy she's dating, not these children's father.
That's why I need you to trust me. Well, if the dad was here, we probably wouldn't have this problem, and I wouldn't be here. So first of all, I have to handle it the way I see fit now. Yeah, if their dad is there, then you wouldn't be dating me. Mm-hmm. So, do you trust me? And it comes in relationships. You trust me with your body, but you don't trust me to walk up and down this road.
Children are different.
They are different, but you can see us.
And I
you
guess
know what? She might say, well, you know what?
depending on the conversation, because you're saying you're going to tell her
That's right.
what you're going to do. You still need that, that
listen,
permission.
I know it sounds...
The way it's come,
it sounds very cavemanish.
It does.
But at some point in time, you have to do it.
And maybe that's not the point in time with the children.
But y'all don't have a plan. So my plan is wrong.
No,
but nobody
your
else
plan
got a
is
plan.
not wrong. The only thing I'm saying,
But the mom is unaware.
Include the mom in the conversation.
I understand, but you got to. That's cool. You're going to talk with her about it because it's going to lead to more conversation. But you have to act first. I'm not saying you're never going to have a conversation, but you start with an action.
So you take the girl walking before you have the conversation.
No,
with mom?
you
That's the
you
action.
tell her what
He's
I'm going to
saying
do.
he's gonna tell her,
We're gonna,
like, I'm
we're-
Is that not what I'm saying?
yeah, that's what I'm
Am I
saying.
not saying have a conversation with the mama?
No, I ain't saying have no conversation. I'm going to tell her we are going for a walk.
What the hell? What's the difference between a conversation and telling her?
Well, I said I'm gonna take her for a walk like 4 times, and you keep saying conversation. But a conversation to me will be a little more extensive.
Yeah.
But listen. We're gonna go for a walk. That's it.
And then she's going to ask, what kind of walk are you taking my child on?
But what you're doing?
Exactly. And she has the right.
Exactly. We're gonna walk. We're gonna walk. We're gonna walk. We're gonna spend a little time together. That's it. You don't need to do a lot of explaining. We need action here because we're gonna have to change the behavior that's going on. And later, and this can be done in 21 days. But you can't attack all parts at the same time. You got to tackle them. You got to separate them, attack them individually, bring them back together.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
instead of taking her on a walk.
No, Nique, that's your
by her-
plan.
Oh, no, I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm
it's-
just giving
maybe
a
she's
different.
giving her plan now.
Yeah, a
No,
different
Well,
perspective.
how her
because
plan
I
starting like my plan?
No.
Because she agrees with the approach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
saying
know.
take action,
It's the
and
right
I
approach.
agree with the take
But
take
as a
action
mother with
approach,
2 little girls,
but I have a different perspective.
yeah, I understand that you want to kind of take control of the situation. I get that, but taking my daughter on a walk by yourself, and I mean, yes, I trust you, but still, you don't always know people's intentions when it comes into interacting with your children. So
Well, Nique, first of all,
if there's no big
First-
interaction with my children, beforehand, and
so
all of a
now
sudden
you
you
don't know
take
the kids?
no,
Let her
that's
finish.
not what I'm saying.
She's talking from a mother's perspective.
But you start to take a more attention to one of my daughters, that kind of puts up a red flag. Like, I need to pay attention to this, which you said that's what your goal was, to get her antlers
Listen,
up. Like, okay.
You Nique, listen.
But I would rather you, instead of saying taking a walk, you bring my child a healthier choice in a snack. And if it was just her, I can see that. Like, okay,
Nique,
why you didn't bring
Nique,
so-and-so?
listen. This is about a man. This is not the way a woman would handle it. I'm just giving you a man's perspective. Maybe you can start with a healthier snack. You're the mother. You didn't notice there were 2 different sizes?
Well, apparently
Somebody
she
tell me
does.
something. Nobody knows that.
But I mean,
Now,
like,
hold
in the
a second,
letter
but
she
once-
does,
But once I
obviously.
start taking action, now everybody else want to get involved. And that's how it works.
okay.
But you have to be able to guide this thing. Like, I have a start, a middle, and an ending. All you doing is responding off what I said. So
And
you
there's
don't have a
nothing wrong
plan.
with that. There's nothing
There's
wrong
nothing
with
wrong,
that.
but you don't have a plan.
You
Now-
mean the mother in this
Yeah,
situation?
the mother doesn't have a plan.
Well, we're giving
She's-
the man the advice. So
Well, that's why I'm giving
That's
the man
what you're giving
advice.
the
He
man
has
advice.
to act. Your actions will gain attention. Perfect example.
Okay.
Not to take off subject. What did
but you
Colin?
getting ready to take us off the subject.
No, I'm not. Same about. This is about action.
Okay.
What did Colin Kaepernick do?
He took action.
Yeah, he took a knee.
He didn't say a word. He just knelt. That's all you gotta do. They're gonna ask you what's going on.
Absolutely.
Take action.
Okay. So
Take action.
I hear you.
And the rest of this conversation will be much easier after you take action. But if you have the conversation before you take the action, it's gonna be an uphill battle.
okay.
What you want to do
Possibly.
is level. No, it will be a level playing field because it's already a problem. They don't even know it's a problem yet.
Yeah.
So now you want to do is level the playing field.
All right. Who else would like to give their advice? I will.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, yes, I am going to piggyback off of what CL said. I do like that he said the man, in this case, should take action. I think that that's a very responsible thing to do. You recognize that the issue here is that you recognize that one child is getting special treatment over the other. And you also recognize that weight management is important and health is important. So that's the bigger thing. You want to make sure that the little girl is healthy, but you also want to make sure that she gets her chances to feel special as well. So I do agree with taking action. The only thing that I disagree with is I do believe that you respect the position of the mother by having a conversation with the mother mother that says, I would like for us to do things together. Maybe we can go to the park. Maybe we can get involved into some physical activity as a team or, as a unit. They're not quite a family yet. And while I hear and respect that approach that you're suggesting, CL, I think that there's a possibility that if you don't include the mom in the initial conversation, there's a possibility that it could backfire because now she might come back with, well, how are you going to leave my other daughter out? And even if it's just for a moment that the other girl feels left out, it's still a moment that we can avoid if we can just be inclusive and include both daughters at the same time.
Yep, because
but I do like what you said. It's just a little bit different.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Sure, ask away.
Does the 7-year-old already feel not included?
The 7-year-old already
through what we've heard,
based on his perspective.
Based on his perspective,
Yes.
She's already
right.
So you're worrying about what he's doing when you've been doing it continuously.
But she's the mom. He is not the mom. He's the man that she's
at
dating.
no point did I say don't tell the mom nothing. That's the
Actually,
perspective you're taking. I said tell her.
That wasn't clear because you said
tell
act first.
her.
You said act first.
No,
we can rewind it back.
We can.
You said act first.
That's right.
And then have a conversation
and
later.
The first time you asked me about the conversation, I said you tell her. That's what I told you.
It's that telling part.
Well,
yeah, and then that's the other thing too.
Well, that's some of the,
and so tell or have a conversation. When I say have a conversation, to me there's dialogue. There's a difference between monologue and dialogue. Monologue is I'm telling you I'm getting ready to take your daughter for a walk. That's monologue. That's telling. Dialogue is I would like for us to do some things together, which will include some physical activity, going to the park and going walking. That's the only difference in what we're saying.
You think he want my other advice? Yeah, get you a new girl, man. It's too close to the holiday. Get you a new girl. Start over.
Let me say,
Start over, baby.
Go ahead,
let me interject a little bit. To CL's point, and I'm going to interject a little bit of Nique here.
That's very nonverbal what you're doing over there.
It was intentional.
Yeah. Wow.
It was intentional.
Wow.
Tone and delivery.
It was intentional.
Tone and delivery, and I understand the monologue versus dialogue, but I think there's a way to say it, whereas she doesn't have it come off to CL's point. Hey, me and Susie are about to go take a walk.
Yep.
And that would be, I don't see mom saying nothing.
You're going to molest her.
Yeah. No, she's just
We're
going
to
to
walk right here on the street where you can look out the window and see us.
Me and Susie about to go take a walk. And I've informed you, and if you have an issue with it at that moment, if she does, she would address it. But that's kind of his way of introducing, hey, we're going to start doing this. And then the next day, and then it's nothing he's going to say, hey, I'm about to start taking her for walks every day. It's just something that happens every day. Now we're going every day. And then he's saying that, oh, the 9-year-old is going to go.
I want to go too.
Oh, I want to go too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, oh, that's fine, cool, come on. And then now it starts to build. So I see CL's point, and that's probably the same way I would deal with that being in his situation.
I don't believe y'all.
I don't know. That's how I would deal with. That's how I would deal with it.
I don't believe y'all.
And then not only that,
I don't believe that y'all would approach this by singling one little girl out. When the goal is to spend time with both of them, and one girl is going to benefit from the weight part.
Okay, hold on a second.
And all I was saying, because I was agreeing with you, CL, and all I was saying is, why go that route of exclusivity when you can just be inclusive from the beginning?
No,
but I just don't think it's a
because you need her to feel special alone. You can't. It's hard to make 4 people feel special. So right now she needs a little individual attention, and that may take 24 hours. It might take 36. It might take 72. But right now you need to make her feel special for the moment.
Okay,
you're gonna bring everybody else in.
Okay.
At the end of this process, you will never remember I took her the first week.
Okay.
See, because the point I think the point that we keep that I guess we're missing a little bit is the 9-year-old already gets the nurturing and attention and all of that.
Right.
So to CL's point, for her to make her feel a little bit special, a little bit more, start to build her confidence a little bit. Because even to say, oh man, this is something I do with, uncle or Mr. or whoever, however they call it in the house. So yeah, and then of course, like we just said, and I don't think it's exclusivity. I just think it's kind of just saying, hey, she feels bad. I look at her and I see she feels bad. So I'm going to try to do something with her to kind of bring her along, and thus not anything blatant. Like, I'm not going to take her to the water park by herself, and, I'm not going to take her to do these grandiose things. No, we're just going to go outside, go walking.
Yep.
Something simple. And then, me, whether it's just I cook, I would probably start just cooking dinner. I would start
But
doing healthier dinners.
everybody would benefit from your dinner.
Yeah.
With the first meal, you wouldn't cook just a special dish
but
for
everybody's going to benefit from this.
I get that.
But it's just not all at once.
I get that. I do.
Well,
and
I mean, I would just
say over and over, like, I agree with everything
This is
y'all
my-
saying.
this would be my
Nobody
advice.
says that they understand my perspective.
But I did.
But nobody said it.
I understand your perspective.
I
understand what
haven't
you're
been
saying.
able to talk yet.
And so I hear you, and where I can say, like, I understand and I agree with everything that you're saying, and it is exclusivity.
Mm-hmm.
It is exclusive. It's not intentional to try to make you feel bad. But if I say you got two little girls, and I say, hey, I want to take this little girl for a walk. One is included and one is excluded. So it is exclusivity.
And as a mother, it's going to make me say, why you want,
But it's-
would not, you're
it's
going to make my children
momentary.
feel.
It is. It could be momentary.
But
it could be momentary.
Like I said, your action will start the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You have a plan. At some point, and I'm making up stuff here.
Okay, yeah,
At some point, he's been alone with this little girl.
Right.
Or both of them.
Right.
So let's not make it weird. You ain't going in the bedroom with him.
Nobody's making it weird.
Nick said you got to watch how you be around little girl. I'm dating your mother.
I mean, but
7 and 9.
still not your
Since you brought that up, now,
She
let's
brought
not
that up. That's
pretend-
not-
But let's not pretend.
But that's
because
an
she's
issue.
A mother. She's a single mother.
I'm not saying it happened, but it's less likely to happen to walk down a public street and something sexual happen. Now, if he wants to take her in the woods, that's just weird.
That's super weird.
But
That's super weird.
She can look out the window and see us walking up and down the street.
I get it.
So let's not act like he's doing something.
I get it. But I will say this. In your example, there is a possibility that the response could be, okay, cool, great.
Yep.
But in the event that the response
It starts the conversation, but you have to act first.
Okay, so now I'm talking about in the event that it does happen the other way. What advice do we give this man? What if he does this and she says, wait a minute, I have an issue with that.
Mm-hmm.
I have an issue with you just taking Michaela.
Okay, well.
Then now what? What advice now do you have for this man?
Okay, now he has the opportunity. Let's sit down. Let's have a conversation.
Okay. I just think we need to be prepared for either outcome.
I'm preparing for both outcomes. I'm preparing this man for success.
Okay.
I'm preparing him to capture the heart of 3 women.
And me too. The only difference is
no,
you just disagreeing just to be disagreeing.
no, I'm not.
We saying
I don't know
the
what
same
you
thing.
doing right
Yeah,
now.
I kind of hear that it's the same thing.
Yeah,
She just
all
has a
I'm
different
saying is
approach
Yeah.
to
Include
it.
the
That's
other little girl
Yeah.
approach.
first.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
But it's okay.
this will be
You don't
my
have to
advice.
include her.
No, this will be my advice because
I didn't say exclude her for infinity.
And I didn't.
It might be 24 hours. It might be 48 hours.
I didn't take it as exclude her for infinity, but I'm also looking at the heart of a 9-year-old.
But Professor T,
how it might
she's
be perceived.
already in his eyes. She's already being treated unfairly. So you got to balance it back out now.
So we take the risk of her still feel like she's being treated unfairly, even though she's already getting
The 7-year-old?
No, the 9-year-old.
No.
We taking the risk of her feeling excluded. In
Oh
this
yeah,
one
you are.
moment.
There is a risk, but this is a calculated risk.
Okay.
This is a calculated risk.
Okay. So I was just looking
Absolutely.
at the other side, like in the event that she feels that way, we could avoid that.
Well, and she can have the feelings. She might come to you and say, "Well, why didn't you take me?" Now you have the opportunity to have another conversation.
You're right, Sia.
But it
You're
starts
so
with
right.
it starts with an action. That's all I said. Okay.
Nique.
Oh, now we're gonna get to me after I've been trying to talk for the last 20 minutes.
Oh, you've been talking.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you've been talking.
I agree with everyone,
Oh wow.
but
Wow.
but I do more like your idea, Professor T, as far as including everyone, because and I think it opens up the discussion, because if you go to the mom and say, "Hey, I think we all should walk," because just because someone's skinny doesn't make them healthy,
Right.
And if you're worrying about weight, they both may be eating the same thing, but this one is gaining more weight off of it versus this one, because it's really all in genes. So if you're going to tell someone, hey, eat less, maybe you need to approach it with everyone eating a certain type of meal.
Okay, Nique, let me.
Okay.
I think you're focusing too much on the weight. It's about the feeling special.
I didn't get to it. I didn't finish.
You wasn't gonna finish, but
Oh, well, I'm going to finish now. But
Wow.
yeah, now she's gonna tell me what I just said. But that's how
but
it
no,
goes.
but
You
no.
just told her she wasn't gonna finish. She
Yeah. Anywho,
Yeah, please.
when you start getting them on the
Tension.
weight with eating healthy, you can start bringing gifts to this young. And And then when I say give, I mean making her feel special as such
This
as
man gonna go broke.
no, because it could be just as small as bringing her little peanuts or something she likes, or some fruit that you got from something that simple. And the mom is going to take notice, but she's going to take notice as in, you're wanting my child to lose weight. She's not going to take a negative response to it. She's going to take it as, you agree with me, and it's going to be a more positive outcome on it.
That deep breathing.
It's going to be a more positive outcome because she's like, oh yeah, he's agreeing with me, but you're taking action and you're making sure everyone's happy. And even that little girl, because sometimes you're not going to be able to change that mom in how she treats both of her children.
Right.
But you can change how that child feels. So when that child sees you, she's like, oh, I'm going to get a... Don't breathe hard.
Who? I didn't
You did.
All your nonverbal communication is oozing out of you.
I'm waiting to hear this answer. You giving me a bunch of, he got to buy this, he got to do that. He can't you can't make all three of them happy coming in.
But it's not making all three of them happy.
You just said
but it's not
make them happy.
It's not making them all happy. You're just providing a plan to make everyone healthy.
You have no plan. I have a plan.
Well, let me ask you this. Why can't he make all three of them happy at one time? Maybe I missed something. Is that impossible?
It's impossible.
It's impossible to make three people happy at one time?
Absolutely.
So if he comes and he says, hey, we're going to take a trip out of town so all three of them won't experience joy at the same time in that moment?
No. You said happy.
Happy, joy.
A joy, a moment. Yeah, it may have a moment, but no. And this is not... The problem,
I want to part that for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Know that they can't experience. He can't make them happy.
They can all experience momentarily happiness at one time.
That's all she was saying. That is all she was getting at.
Okay, but they have a long-term problem. They don't have, I want to buy everybody a toy.
But it's not a toy. He's not buying a toy. He's focusing on her weight.
Don't focus on the toy, Nique, because that's not what we're talking about. Not what we're talking about. Not talking about a toy. Not talking about a gift. It's just an example of that. If I go buy everybody some ice cream, everybody's happy for the moment.
Right.
But once that ice cream is gone, we have to come back to reality.
Right.
And a gift, that gift is going to get old. A gift ain't going to be new no more.
The gift is the moment.
The gift. So you have to create something that's greater than the gift or the snack.
Than the snack.
You're actually changing a lifestyle.
And that's why I gave the example of a trip, because that is the beginning of, that's an investment. That is us doing something together as a unit, the four of us. So that's more along the lines of a momentary decision. That's an investment.
But you haven't changed the imbalance that already occurred. Remember I said about 11
No, I agree.
So taking everybody on the trip doesn't change anything. It means everybody's going on the trip. She's still being maybe mistreated in his eyes.
I was specifically asking about your comment about he can't make them all happy.
He can't. He cannot.
So, but we literally just agreed that
momentarily, yes.
Okay, whether it's momentary or not.
Well, if y'all want momentary happiness, buy everybody a gift.
No, you don't have to buy everyone a gift, but you can start complimenting the little girl. You can just say,
and that's gonna be weird.
No, it depends on how you compliment.
That's gonna be weird.
Compliment both of them.
And the mama.
No, but
and the mama.
No, you don't have to compliment
and
both.
The mother. Everybody's gonna get a trophy. That's life.
But you don't have
no, it's not.
You don't have to compliment both of them. You can kind of hype her up like, oh, I love your shoes. So something so simple and make her feel.
Okay.
Why you gotta lie to her?
That's all you doing. You said hype her up.
Not lying. You find something
that she can look positive for. Like,
we're talking
look
about.
Look at the way you run.
We're talking about a
you could
change.
Be a good track
We're not
runner.
talking about a moment. Y'all want to create a moment. I'm creating.
No, but kids remember stuff like this. So if you tell this little girl, oh, you run fast. Yeah, you pick up that speed, you could be a track runner. That is positive reinforcement.
Exactly. And
you're talking about exactly.
No, because Nique, you're literally supporting the exact thing that CL said, even though he's trying to make it seem like y'all are saying something different.
Yeah.
CL.
Yeah, I'm the one.
No. In this moment,
I'm the only one that got a plan. Everybody telling me my plan wrong. We haven't executed a plan.
Nobody has said your plan is wrong.
No,
I can't tell y'all agree.
Nobody. I literally said.
I love the idea.
And when you listen to it, I literally said, I started by saying, I love that you said that. I love that you said take action. The only thing that I tried to interject was, I'm thinking about the different women who might respond differently, and I wanted us to have a conversation about how the man can be prepared for a woman who is not going to just be like, okay, fine, with going walking.
Okay.
I just literally wanted us to talk about, what if there's a mom that's like, wait, you're not going to take Keisha?
What is this? What's his name? Touchy situation?
That's all I wanted to bring into this.
Okay, sometimes you got to just go put your feet on the table.
Okay.
You don't have time to explain nothing. This is what we doing.
All right.
Now, if y'all trust me, just like sometimes he got to just trust her. If she said this is what we doing, maybe this is what we need to be doing.
Okay, and that's fine. And that's why that's your advice to this man. And my advice was simply slightly different by saying, have the conversation with mom beforehand and say that you would like to spend this time with the girls. And you don't have to agree.
Yeah, I just say, I think you need to, right now, you need to tell somebody something.
And that's why we have 4 people on RSP to give 4 perspectives to this man or any writer that writes in and has a question or wants advice from the team.
Okay.
All right. So you gave yours and I gave mine.
I'm not disagreeing with your advice. Y'all disagree with my advice.
No, I literally
No one
said,
disagree. I don't disagree what
Okay,
you're
if I
saying.
say
So this is so unnecessarily combative, by the way.
I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna show you how we disagree.
And the next one, I'm gonna be Yusuf, and I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
No, don't do that.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
There's no room. There's no room for me
Now
to
you
say.
I'm
attacking
not
yourself.
saying anything. No, I want to be like him.
I'll show you.
I wanna
That would be
like
hard for you.
Yusuf.
That would be really hard for you.
I'm gonna show you the difference.
I'm gonna show you.
I'm gonna show you the difference.
I'm gonna show you.
I said attack each piece individually. You said do it equally. That shows we're going 2 different directions right there.
Not 2 different directions. I was literally.
I'm not saying we won't
offering
end up in the same direction, but right now you went to the right, I went to the left.
And I started by saying I love what you said, and
Thank
here's
you.
something else to consider. But you immediately shot down what I said.
I ain't shut nothing down.
Yes, you did, but it's okay. It's okay.
Here's something I can say.
What's that?
Let's
go to the comments.
Let's get into the comments.
That's a good thing. Let's see what the commenters think. Have y'all read the comments?
Oh yeah.
See there, y'all read the comments. I ain't read the comments.
Well, that's because it's the RSP page, and as the RSP host, we should, be interactive with the content on our page.
But I think you all may,
no, let's read the
be
comments.
misled by some of these comments and then cater your conversation to the comments.
Oh, wow.
So it seem right.
Nah, that's
There's a
not how
bigger
it works.
conspiracy going on here.
All right. So Ibrahim Kareem, longtime listener of the show. What your lady is doing definitely harming the 7-year-old. She's destroying her self-esteem slowly. Definitely man up and say something, because in these ladies' life, you're in these ladies' life for a reason, and being timid ain't it. There's
needs to act.
There's got to be
He
something.
needs to act. That's what he needed to do.
There's got to be something wrong with your lady's self-esteem
One
as
for
well.
CL. One for me. Go ahead.
She may see her younger self in the 7-year-old, and she doesn't like, and she's trying to prevent her from going through what she did, but she's going about it the wrong way. 100% step in and say something and find a mentally healthy way of approaching it. Also, be the father that these little ones need. They need your love and guidance too, in my opinion.
And I agree. And that goes back to what I said when I said get all of them on that healthy line, because it may just be like that mom self, like in her head, like this is who I was then. And just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy.
Right. That's true.
Man didn't say none of that stuff you just said.
All right, our next commenter.
Lady self-esteem.
Yeah, that's what
Diane Kane said,
Okay.
Here's the thing aside from the children. If your partner can't be real with you about your ish without you blowing up, that's toxic. He seems to be gentle enough to have the conversation. It's going to be all on her how it ends, but that's out of his control. Have the talk, bro.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Sarah Beck said, I mean, if you handle disagreements pretty well so far, I don't see the harm in addressing it. Phasing it is important. Make sure you don't sound like you're attacking her. Be on her side. Just let her know that you've noticed and see if there's a reason behind it. Maybe you can even gameplay together to help everyone be healthy. Take family walks. Play a sport with them. Go on hikes or buy bikes. At her age, just being active should be enough. See?
Okay.
What's the C?
We have
She has no plan.
We got another comment.
Attack our commenters.
She has no
That's a plan.
That's the one time I don't agree with you, Sarah.
It's not CL's plan.
We need
That's
a
what it
plan.
is. That's what he meant.
Somebody needs a plan.
All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Top fan, Asia Dog and Price. You're right. Health and weight management are very important. However, not everyone knows how to bring up weight issues. When I was in training to be a nurse practitioner, I specifically asked a preceptor.
Sounds important right there.
How I could bring up the subject without hurting my patient's feelings. Weight management is very sensitive. Is a very sensitive subject, and especially to the female gender. Mention it to her, and when you notice her doing it, speak to the little girl and let her know she's beautiful no matter her weight. When you speak to mom, ask her if she could be a little more sensitive. Offer healthier food choices and work out with her. She wants to boost her confidence, not tear it down.
Okay.
Yeah, and the mom may not know how to boost her confidence in getting her to lose weight, because that may be how she was taught to, gosh, stop eating all your food.
And I think the mom means well.
Yeah.
She means well.
She might mean well.
Like, back up from the table a little bit.
Definitely don't know. With
Right,
those.
and I've seen that a lot.
Yeah. Like, chew your food. Stop just swallowing it.
Yeah. Walter Ingram says he should bring it up when they are away from others during a walk or just hanging out. Sounds like they already have a good relationship, so he could simply share his observations and communicate that he doesn't want to be judgmental. Instead, share that he wants to seek to understand her actions. From there, he will have to use his better judgment to determine whether or not he should give advice or just listen. So the route he's taking is just kind of have the conversation with, the lady. Like, I noticed that, you give one more attention than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're going to get attacked. Okay, it's cool. You can handle being attacked by people.
But I do notice that some women don't, like, they like you to be around. They do. They like men to be around and kind of play the father figure. But as soon as you
play the father figure?
Yes. But as soon as you tell them something that they're doing wrong as far as parenting, they go off. So I do notice, that is a possibility that she could go off. And I mean, I do believe if you trust a man to be around you and trust him with your body and trust him to be in your life and around your children, you should trust him enough to take on your children and be like, okay, I'm going to be their father figure or that, person in their life.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
Okay. You going to go one more?
Sure. Who's reading?
Okay, I'll read.
Oh.
All right. Sherelle.
No, it wasn't my turn. It was her turn. You just read.
I just read.
Yeah, and then it was her turn.
No, we went Nique, Tisha, Yusuf. Nique, Tisha.
No, I don't think that's how we went.
But don't worry, I can go.
I don't think that's how we went.
Sherelle Romaine, I think it's great that you pay attention and you notice this pattern. It shows that you care for all of them. I would say bring it up. Sometimes we do things and we are not realizing how it is affecting the ones we love in a negative way. I would ease into the conversation by complimenting how she's a good mother and let her know that sometimes you notice that the 7-year-old reaction to some of the conversations. They are regarding her weight and health. Give ways to help the situation, like one of the comments above, like healthier food choices and family exercise.
Okay. I think for the most part, most of our commenters definitely thinks that the man should have a conversation and take action.
Take action first, brother.
Take that action, brother, talk. And I think the advice we got today was no wrong way to handle it. I think everybody gave the best advice to deal with the situation.
I agree.
None of them were me. So
I started noticing you didn't give us no.
Let me tell you something. When them two got to going,
it was hard.
It was like playing double dutch. It was like playing double dutch. I couldn't get in.
Listen to the excuses.
I hear them.
But go ahead.
No, you trying. I'm trying hard.
Go ahead, Nique.
But thank you all for listening on a conversation. If you have a Dear Nique, please send it to our email. It's your girl, Nique Cruz.
Tisha Samuel, a.k.a. Professor T.
CL Butler.
And Yusuf, and we are out.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Relationship Status. Remember, you can catch us on relationshipstatuspodcast.com, iTunes, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, Nobody Grinds Like Us, and anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. If you would like to join the conversation or leave us a Dear Nique, email us at relstatpodcast@gmail.com or call us at 843-310-8637. Follow us on Facebook at Relationship Status Podcast, on Instagram and Twitter at RELSTAT Podcast. And don't forget to comment, share, 5-star rate, subscribe, and review.